All right, fashion dolls, it is time. How are you guys doing? All right, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. So, my very special guest today is an actor, singer, songwriter, and more importantly, he is a good friend of mine. I've known him for years. We've been knowing each other since 3 years, and we did an interview way back when I started, like in 2012, 2013, 2014, around that time. But I'm super excited to have my very special guest on today, Cornell Poetiik Soulja. Now, you've seen him on shows like Mama's Boy, and you've seen him on an episode of Yala Fix My Life, where he was repairing his broken family and putting it back together. Powerful episode. Hi, Island Yankee. Hey, everyone. I know you guys are wondering, what is the name of this dress? I put it up. It's on my Instagram feed. The name of this look is Attracting Attention, and it's from Fashion Nova, so you guys can shop this look exclusively in my closet on Style by Stevie. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get this interview started.
Hey,
Good afternoon. Long time no see, stranger. How have you been?
did a minute.
Uh-oh, he's going in and out.
There you go. Okay, all right,
All
you
right,
popped out for a minute.
there we are. What
Yeah.
you were saying something.
No, I said you popped out for a minute. I couldn't see you, but it's good to see you now. How's everything?
Great. It's been a minute. We did our first interview back in what, 2013, 2014. It's been so long since we've seen
Yeah,
each other.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, you've always been a big advocate, supporter of me all the way from the very, very beginning of my career. I always appreciate you for that.
Always, ever since Mama's Boy, which we'll talk about in this interview. But your newest hit single, Passenger,
Yes.
I love it. It is a
Big.
banger. You had, go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, thank you. Thank you all once again for the support. I'm super excited to announce Passenger. I'm glad that it's up now live. Everybody's been streaming it. Everybody's been requesting it, especially everybody from my team just been pushing it hard. So just to see the support and the love from everybody that's been rocking with me from the beginning, I'm over the moon.
And it's from your newest album, The Longest Hour, right? The Longest
The
Night.
longest night, the longest night. Yep, everywhere, March 26th.
I can't wait to hear the other tracks, but this one right here is something about it. It is a banger. And when I first got it and I heard it, he looks like Jadina. Oh my God. How many times have you gotten you look like someone?
Ooh, I've gotten that a bunch of times. Me and Twin, we get a lot of people. Never got Jadena though, so that's a new one to add to the list. We've gotten a whole bunch of other people though. I've gotten Odell back in the day when I had the little high top and the blonde. I've gotten Nick Cannon. I've gotten a whole bunch of other guys that I don't agree with, but it is what it is. I appreciate it.
Oh my God. So how did this song come to be? Because you've got Slim Slaughter on it, featuring Slim
Yes,
Slaughter. The rap is a banger. The song in itself is a banger. Like this
thank you,
hit right here should be already at the top of the charts right now. And I'm
thank
pretty sure that everybody has went to go stream it
you. Yes,
and listen to it.
it's
You
doing
did your
well.
interview with Auntie yesterday,
Mhm,
and then Kenneth, and
mhm.
it's just like press, back to back to
Yes,
back to back to back. So did you
yes.
know this song was going to be a phenomenon where everybody's listening to it and
I
everybody's talking about it?
I knew it was gonna be big, but I just didn't know how big. And I wanted it honestly to come out as a second single. I had another song that I wanted to come out first. I was pushing it, but as of recently, I signed on with new management, and as soon as he heard the album, he said, "No, this is the track that needs to go first." So we switched it up last minute, and that's when I reached out to you and told you it was a bit of a change, or whatever the case may be. But me just crafting the album August night, wanted to create sexy situation. You know, you in the club, you vibing with your peoples, and you know, you trying to take that cutie with you back and get you in the passenger. And that's how it all came about.
Someone says, "What's up, nephew?"
Oh, what's going on, Unc? I see him in the.
Oh my God! Like this is a sexy song. This is a banger. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Like this is a song, you would kind of go and be with your mate with,
Right,
and
yeah,
mate with,
right,
and
right,
all together. And what is the inspiration behind this album, The Longest Night?
So the longest night was inspired based off true events from a period of my time when I wasn't really making the best of choices. And I got out of a crazy situation. It's funny how even though you wrote something that a while ago, how it kind of resonates to what happened and what's going on with me right now. But I needed to make better choices, better decisions. So it literally starts off from an evening that goes on and carries on throughout the night, all the crazy shenanigans you can get into within that night. And by that morning, a lot of realizations are to be had, and you need to start making better choices to live for a better tomorrow. And that's what the album's about.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. Now that explains the title of the album, just in case people wondering. And Island Yankee wants to know what is the song called. It's called Passenger, and it
Passenger
is
streaming
a
everywhere,
hit.
streaming everywhere. Apple Music, Amazon Live. I think it hit Spotify. You can Shazam it. It's out there. YouTube. It's on my YouTube.
Yes, because you just did a performance. Like you sent me the performance, and I was just like, okay. Was it difficult for you during your performance with everything going on, all this craziness, the COVID and everything?
No, it wasn't at all. And it's funny, my producer suggested, he said we should do like a in studio situation. Well, my manager suggested it first, and then my producer, really helped me out with just setting everything's up in his studio, the Zen Room Studios in North Hollywood, and everything came together pretty good. It's just now me and behind the scenes working on live performances when everything start opening back up. Mm.
Okay, okay. So now that we've discussed the music, let's get into the acting. We've
Okay.
known you for shows like Mama's Boy.
Hmm.
When we did our interview first, that was the first show that we were talking about, and then you did another show as well too, where I think you played like this preacher. I cannot remember the name of it. It's
Christian
kind
Brothers,
of fuzzy
yeah.
right now.
Christian
Yes,
Brothers, yeah.
yes, Christian Brothers. So, what has
Shout out Soul
acting been like for
Hollywood. I see
you?
you in the comments.
Would you like to get back into acting? Like,
Oh yeah,
one
for
of the
sure. I
projects
got
do you
a
have?
I got a few other
Mm-hmm.
acting gigs booked for this year that's coming up right now. I can't talk about them too much, but I am excited for it. Just to get back into acting. Acting, was something I kind of fell into back in the day. Music's always been my first love, but I'm excited just to get back into acting. I just want to keep everything going. 2020 shut things down, slow things down, but I'm also very appreciative of a lot of the lessons and things I went through in 2020 because it made me who I am. It gave me a chance to really slow down and reintroduce myself back to me, and just get back to the creative bag.
Okay, yes, because you do it all. You're like the jack of all trades. You act, you sing,
Thank
you
you.
write, you produce, you do all of this. So you're the jack of all trades, and that's why I love you. I've known you
Thank
for
you, Stevie.
about what 3 years now.
It's been a long
It's
time. We
been
go
that
back.
long.
Yeah.
Hmm. Now, the episode of Yala that everyone is talking about with you and your brothers, I know she tapped into some things.
Mm-hmm.
We all seen the episode.
Hmm.
What was it like? What was the experience like when the cameras kind of stopped rolling?
When the camera stopped
Hmm.
rolling, it was kind of like they described it as open heart surgery. So to me, I felt like things weren't fully stitched back up. But we all had to adjust. This was the new normal. We had to keep moving forward. Because I'm used to people remembering me from either characters I portrayed or comments or whatever the case may be. I wasn't used to that on a level of my personal business. Because people who know me know I don't just go around and just start giving out my information or whatever the case may be. I keep that close. So for me to do that, I felt very vulnerable, very exposed, but also liberated in the same sense too. I just wanted to keep pushing the narrative of just self healing, and this is my truth, and I'm standing firm.
And from what I see from your Instagram, you and your brothers are very, very close. Like y'all
Yes,
have a close brotherhood.
for sure.
Whereas certain people who have lost family members due to COVID, whether it's a brother or a sister, it's difficult for them. What advice would you give to someone who is looking to repair a broken relationship with their brother or any sibling?
just first and foremost, keep in mind that the healing process is continuous. It's not an easy road to
Mm.
take. It's not for the weak-hearted, but you just have to stand firm in that. I was speaking to my nephew last when I was in Atlanta, and I told him, when I think of my brothers, I exalt them in my mind. I put them on the most high, no matter what we've been through, no matter how we used to be or how you used to act. You know how everybody can fall into their old norms, or people still don't grow or elevate or whatever. In my mind, I exalt my brothers. They're thriving, they're doing well, they're doing their thing, they're the kings of kings. That's how I think of it.
And y'all all are equally talented because your brother's also a musician as well
Yes.
too.
Yeah,
So
both of my
it's
brothers.
like it
Yeah, both my
runs in the
brothers
family.
rap, and then twin, he's an engineer, he does his own thing. Shout out to Kevin, I see you in the comment.
Yes, from Mama's Boy.
Yeah.
Yes, shout outs to him. Island Yankee wants to know how can I watch that episode, the Iyala episode.
Well, they keep blocking it when I uploaded it on my YouTube. So the best thing I could just say is if you have like Comcast cable, go on OWN, and those episodes should be up. If not, just Google Fix My Life DNA Dysfunction. They aired over a year ago, so it was like July 6th and July 13th in 2019. So you have to look to find it. They keep blocking it on my YouTube, so I can't really upload it.
Yes, because when they did the part two, when y'all did the swabs for the DNA test, my heart started racing. I felt like I
Yeah,
was
my
in the
heart started
room
racing
just sitting
too.
there watching.
Because I was like, I didn't
So,
sign up for this.
what was running through you and your brother's mind when you came and you got the swab and you got it done? What was running through your mind at that time? Because this was live, everybody could see it.
Yeah, yeah. At that moment, I mean, everybody says out of the brothers, I was the most calm one and I was very chill, whatever. But I guarantee you, right here and right now, that those results came back differently, it would have been a whole different situation. I could sit there and keep it cute and calm and collected, but if you put me on national television to embarrass me or make a fool out of me, that would have been a whole different situation. So thank God that everything turned out the way that it did. But yeah, when in that moment, I was like, is this like some worry situation? I wasn't expecting it. I don't think they were expecting it either. It wasn't really in the plans to do that. So once he firmly said with that intensity that I don't believe the twins are mine, they had to shift gears right there. Mm.
Yes, you were calm, but your twin, he went off.
Yeah, of
He
course,
was
rightfully
not
so. Yeah.
having it. He
Hmm.
went up those stairs and you went up there and you kind of talked to him a little bit, and that's what brotherhood is all about and family is all about. And we kind of had a conversation about this yesterday on family values and fixing broken wounds. Like there are certain family members that I'm not close with. Hi, Mel. Brandon Stefan, ladies and gentlemen, that master hair color expert. Brandon, did I do well today? All right, Kevin's got a question. He said, did he ever say why he didn't think you were his?
To me, when I never had a firm conversation with him about it, after because it's a touchy subject. That specific part, me and my dad's relationship is good. We were good before the show. It was my brother's little fraction with him because they wanted to give him the time of day. But when I saw that, I questioned him after everything went off and everything was done, and I said, "So who was the family on your side that kept kind of either swaying your notions or making you feel a way that we weren't really?" And he said, he pretty much told me that it was people on his side. It was either his mother or his sisters, or whatever case might be, and that rubbed me the wrong way because these are people that I've known for years. So me reaching out or me trying to establish a relationship now, it's like all these same people that denied me since I was born. Me and my twin. And now as an adult, you want me to go back and try to make a relationship or create it just to me it don't make no goddamn sense. So that's something that I really rubbed it the wrong way. I think it was more so to me as an adult now thinking about it. He used the word special. My mother made him feel special. She chose him. So to me, I felt like it was kind of like a young boy insecurity thing. She made me feel special. Then I had these beautiful, amazing twins. Mind you, twins don't run in our family. Where the fuck did they come from? And they beautiful and they healthy and they thriving. They can't possibly be mine. I that's how I'm taking it.
And that's real. And we this is another thing that we talked about yesterday on my show was abandonment in the black community. Was somebody who made a post about, I think it was NBA YoungBoy. One of his baby moms made a post about how you're going to raise 6 or 7 children and you're not there in your children's life.
Mm,
Like every child when they grow up, they're going to want to know who their father is. They're going to question it when they get into adulthood. The mom can only do but so much,
hmm.
but they're going to want to know, like, who is my daddy?
Right, right,
Who
right.
is the man who brought me into this world? Who is the man who cut my umbilical cord?
Hmm.
There's certain things a mom would probably say that there's certain things I can't teach my son that their father needs to teach them. Like
And
I
just
can't
what you
tell
just
them
said
how
right
to,
there, that just that's something I knew I learned during the show too, was he wasn't even there at birth. He was locked up. I didn't know that prior to
mm.
the show. Mm.
So it's just like you're going back and you're rehashing all of these things that you would have never known during your childhood because your mom or you tried to protect you from certain things, and that's how moms are. They have the nurturing spirit. Even my mom, she's still here, and if something happened to her, God forbid, I don't know, because
Right,
like she is my twin, and y'all know how Scorpios are.
right.
We're very wild,
Yes.
we're very rambunctious, and
Uh,
I'm a little firecracker myself, and so is she. But she's very more, she's the more conservative firecracker to an extent. But me, knowing me, I would,
right,
spaz out on certain things that would make me mad if somebody
right, right.
disrespected her, and then like so. But moms try to protect their children from certain things, and I know that you and your brothers had unanswered questions. Like, you would go and probably call your mom and ask her, like, why wasn't he there?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, we definitely had those questions. For my mom and my aunt. My aunt raised me and my twin, and then my mom raised my little brother Nigel, and we all had those questions for all of them, but in a just a weirdo way, the age that we were raised in, with late '80s babies raised in the '90s, they just all like to shy away from talking about the past. Oh, I don't want to talk about that now, or give some cover up. Oh, they were sick, or that's not enough. I need to know. So as we got older, and I've always been a naturally curious kid, so I would always keep asking questions. Like I want to know, you know.
Right, and that's for any kid. They will want to know who their dad is, who their mom is, and there's other episodes of Yala that are almost similar to the one that you and your brothers had, where it's just like, the one with DMX, like him and his son were strained, like the
Yeah.
relationship between him and his son, like. Why weren't you there, Dad? And it's kind of difficult, especially if you're, in the music industry. And this is what me and my co-host for this week, Chris, was talking about, like growing up in the limelight. If you have a famous family and your mom or your dad is touring and they're on the road, and I brought up the film with Diana Ross and Brandy, Double Platinum.
Yeah,
So it's
I
kind
love
of
that.
like that, where it's just like, okay, who is my mom? And you would have never known that the woman that's on stage performing is now bringing you backstage to tell you that I'm
Mm,
your mother.
yeah,
And it's just hard to process.
for sure, for sure. Hmm.
So, what advice would you give to anybody that's in a similar situation like this, where they want to find out who is their father, or, steps to get to know this person that claims to be their blood sibling? Because blood at the end of the day is thicker than water. You can't replace your mom, you can't replace your dad, you only get one.
See, I don't know if I'm the right one to answer that question, because for me, I actually think the opposite. I mean, because for me, blood has done me dirty since
Mm.
very early on. So I've always been the opposite in the way I've always thought, as far as family is what you make it, especially in the LGBT community. So many people get cast out. I was kicked out at 16 because of my sexuality. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for my sister, my Shiro, who rescued me, who knows where the fuck I would be. You know what I'm saying? So family is what you make it. Yes, I do have some blood, which are my siblings that I hold close, but I also have this other group of my tribe that are we don't have no blood, but blood would not make us any closer. Like Uncle who's in the comments right now, he's at every event. He's been promoting every project I got going on. That's my family. There's no blood linking us, but that would make no difference. You know what I'm saying? So for me, you have to. pretty much go with your gut and go with your heart. If you feel the need to really want to reach out to your family, just be prepared when you open that can of worms. You don't really know what you're going to get though, because there is no connection or no relationship there. So you don't know how they're going to receive it. You don't know if they even want to be found. You just don't know. You don't know what they got on the other side. They might have a whole family, and hopefully everybody can come together. You know what I'm saying? As a blended family, as a unit. That's my hopes for them in that situation. But just truly in your hearts of hearts, make sure you write with self and be prepared for what's about to come.
And I bring up another movie as well too. Y'all have seen Meet the Browns, the Tyler Perry film with Angela Bassett, and how the father didn't want anything to do with the son,
Hmm.
and it was Lance Gross who was saying, "Oh, I'm going to look for my daddy." She said, "If you want to go ahead and go look for him, go look for him." And
Hmm.
then you got disappointed. So to Poetic's extent, that's what he's saying.
Hmm.
When you go out here, don't go out here looking for hope, thinking that you're going to
Right.
get, gold and dreams, and then
Right.
you turn away with, just rejection and
Hmm.
not feeling welcomed. It's like having a door slammed in your face, and it's hurtful for
Yeah.
somebody who is
For
your
sure.
flesh
For
and blood.
sure.
Because a girlfriend, shout outs to Kia, she told me this. She said, family is the ones that cut you the worst. But
Yeah.
the good family members, like you said, your uncle is here in the audience. Hey, uncle.
Hmm.
And he's being very supportive. But those are the family members that you want to keep. But so far,
For
I
sure.
haven't really had that issue. For me, it's
Thank
just
God.
one
Thank God.
family member in particular. It's just my uncle. But other than that, everybody's been very supportive of the platform and everything that I decided to do. My mom is just like, you and these shows, my God, who you interviewing today? She's all in my business,
Good.
but
Good.
very supportive. And she's not like a helicopter mom. She gives me my opportunity and my space and time to shine. And I do so for her. Because my mom, y'all know how some moms are. There are certain things that just be like, none of your business. It's mommy time.
Right. Hmm.
So that's my advice to that situation. But you said you wouldn't be able to cover some of this, but Auntie probably would be more experienced with trying to get down to the bottom of it. So shout out to Imani Van Zep because she knows how to
Shout
get
out to
down to the
Amani.
key issues.
For sure.
Yes, she knows how to get down to the key issues of certain things that are, when it comes to family and what makes you so angry. Because I know that you and your brothers must have been holding on to that anger of not being able to know who your father is for so long, for years, and to grow up and not
Yeah,
have him there.
yeah, and no. Because it's programming, they had to stick to a script. They had to stick to a way to
Right.
narrate the show. But everybody who knows me and knows what I've been through a whole bunch of bullshit since I was a child. So my major things that affected me, that I was holding on to her, that it took me a while to let go, that still affects me sometimes from time to time, was the loss of my mother's. I lost my grandmother, who was my biggest inspiration in life, and my mother in the same year. They fall in the same weekend every October. So it's those were like my pioneers. Those are the ones that were there for me throughout it all, and then they were taken at an early age away. So this man, this urban legend, this ghost, because he wasn't around. Yeah, I mean, a lot of my friends didn't have their fathers in their lives, so it wasn't. We were singled out, but me and Twin also, we were crack babies, raised in the projects, raised in the system. We had every stereotype that you could name on us. We went through that shit. So we had a lot of other stuff that was like more so pressing to us than somebody that just wasn't there. Yeah,
Wow. And these are things that are going to haunt people. Like, this is trauma. This is going to haunt people for the rest of
for
their
sure.
lives, and they have to live with this. Do you feel you are stronger mentally or more eternally after doing the show?
Um, that's a good question. I once again, I appreciate OWN, the platform, and just them featuring our story, because I didn't think that they were going to feature, especially after the other family that came on the season prior, and the opening episode of that season with it was like 6 or 7 siblings, and they had two of the family members were LGBT or whatever the case might be. Forgot the name of that family, but I thought our story was kind of similar, so I was surprised that they accepted us. So just shout out to them for just even featuring us and showing us love. um, I don't think that it changed me anyway as far as mentally or anything like that. I've always been a very mentally strong individual because of all the things I just mentioned prior. I had to be that. I had to grow up at a young age. I had to adjust. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. It just was like it happened. Now we're moving forward. I had to. I've also was in the army for 4 years previously, so I've done a lot of things in my life and been through a lot of things in my life that has prepared me for where I'm at now and made me mentally strong. That platform was a nice segue to promote our story, promote our truth, and help any other individual who might be struggling and currently going through that. That's ultimately was my goal.
How would you define wisdom?
Wisdom. Wisdom, I would equate with the very first word I was ever taught by my nana. Me and Twin on Saturday mornings would have to cut out the letters and spell on the wall, listen, List, and she would make us understand what that word meant. And in order to gain wisdom, you have to listen. You have to be always a student of life. And I feel like no matter how old you get, you can always learn something new. For those that are up there in age or even in my age, right, just feel like they just know it all, been done it all, that's cool. But you can still always learn more. You can still always go through something new. So long as you're listening to the signs and the words and even the knowledge back and forth, this exchange between me and you, I'm learning, I'm growing. Long as you're not cutting yourself off from listening and growth, you're always going to get that wisdom.
And that's the thing. People need to learn to listen instead of just responding so quick. We live in a day and age where everybody's so quick to respond to certain things, where you just have to take the time and be patient and sit down like we're doing now and
Yeah.
establishing great dialogue and having a conversation with someone instead of just jumping the gun. And that's something that I had to learn as well too. Because again, like I said, I'm a Scorpio, and even it's the shortest things that would, baby, when I was like 18
You
or
gotta remind me. You know
19.
what I'm saying?
I'm 27 now, but when I was that age, it would be the most shortest things. And shout outs to my girlfriend Janelle. She be like, girl, you need to chill out. You need to stop doing what you're doing. Stop being so quick to respond to certain things. Stop spazzing out. Stop getting mad. Stop getting angry. You
Right.
know what is going to be what is going to be. Stop letting people get your energy and stop letting them get your time and energy. It's
Facts.
just like it's not worth it.
Right.
What is
I
it gonna
agree.
stop?
I agree with your friend. It's not worth it.
And that's what she told me. So what's next for you in the future? Because I'm pretty sure you've got a lot more. We don't want
What's
to
next?
discuss what you're
What's
working on acting
next?
wise.
Yes. Yes, just acting, more acting gigs coming up this year. Also I've been low key working on a reality based situation. Pretty much the follow up after the Fix My Life situation. I've been working on that all last year. Right now, I don't really know the status of what's going on with that, but a lot of work has already been put in, so stay tuned for that. Of course, right now currently is Passenger. Everybody stream Passenger. It's on Apple Music, Amazon Live, YouTube. It's up there on all streaming platforms. The Longest Night, my debut solo project, is coming out March 26th. I'm really excited about that. I put a lot of energy into that. That's what's coming up first. And I would love to just maturely finish my book that I've been working on for years, years, years. So that's what is all coming up for me next.
Okay, hi True Cards. Do we have any questions for Poetic before we wrap up? Because this is such a great conversation. It's been so long since we've
It's been so long,
talked. Well, we've
too
been
long,
talking briefly.
too long.
Yes. And I look completely different than I did before.
Completely
Everybody's like, you
different.
look
I see the
so
glowed up.
different.
I glowed up.
So make sure you guys go and stream Passenger and check out Cornell's album, The Longest Night, March 26th. I'm super excited about that. And you said a book and reality. We kind of get a glimpse in your life on your YouTube channel. And
Yes.
during the holidays, you did a pop up surprise. It was just a
Yes.
quick, I just wanted more. I was like, I want to see what the dialogue was like when you
I know,
came in
I
and you
know.
surprised your family, because I've seen so many people with everything going on, not being able to gather with their family members because of this COVID pandemic and
I needed
everything.
that. I needed
Some
that.
so stubborn.
Hmm.
Okay, Island Yankees just made a point. Some of us are so stubborn we hear but we refuse to actually listen. Leave me alone, Island Yankee.
Facts.
I think he's talking about me. So
Facts.
that probably was directed towards me, because there are times, I admit it, where I'm just like, I don't want to hear it. You build up this wall where it's just like at a certain point in your life, you build up this wall And it's just like you're not willing to hear what other people are saying. It's just like what you say is the end all be all. It's like Nene Leakes said, I said what I said, and I'm putting my foot down and I'm standing firm in that. But you have to be willing to listen to what people have to say, because sometimes give people the benefit of the doubt. You
Right.
never know.
Facts, facts.
So definitely. Do we have any more questions before we conclude this interview? Because I wish we could go on and on, but I can't keep him because I'm pretty sure he's got a gazillion other projects to work
I
on as
got a
well
few
too.
things to do today. Yeah.
Yes, but it was so great catching up with you. Hey,
So
True
awesome.
Cards. Yes, I'm so excited that I got a chance to speak with you. I don't even really consider this as more so like an interview, more so like a
This is just a catch
conversation
up. We
because
just
it's
catching up. That's it.
yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll definitely link up again around album time. For sure. You know. All right, but I'm
I'm
gonna
trying
let
to
you
figure out
go.
why my dog is barking.
I'm gonna let you go on that note though. But it was nice catching up with you, Queen.
You too, and we definitely will keep in touch. Ladies and gentlemen, Poetic Soulja, The Longest Night, March 26th, and Passenger is out now.
Thank
Mwah,
you,
my
thank
love.
you.
It was
Later.
great catching up with you.
Bye.
Talk to you later. All right, fashion dolls. And this concludes our interview. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm trying to figure out why my dog was out there barking though. Um, I didn't get a text yet, so no, that wasn't about you, girl. Let me if the pump fit struts. Yes, I admit it from time to time. I tend to not want to hear certain things, not want to listen. Oh my God, my mentor be home to foe. The Queen of Shade, ladies and gentlemen, my mentor, she is here. When I tell you, this woman has gotten me so far in my career. Like, I'm not going to cry. She's gotten me so far in my career. If it wasn't for her, I would not have the position at 216 to beat. If it wasn't for her, Style by Stevie would not be where it's at right now. So tag the queen herself and give her some love. Thank you so much, Queen, for giving me so much love and support. Like, it's unconditional. And you show me so much of it. And I'm so honored to have you as one of my mentors. Like, you give me so much. It's like you're looking and I don't even realize it. You're just there like a guardian angel just watching over me and everything that you do. So thank you so much. And I never got a chance to say it to you face to face, but thank you. Just you being here in my life is just, I'm starstruck. Where's Lamar? Lamar is such a fan of you as well, too, Queen. Like, we did an interview way back when, so y'all give the Queen some honor. Bow down to the Queen of Shade, Miss Bihorn Dufault. Like, she is an icon. Modeled in Paris and has her mentoring coaching system. So please go and check that out. She really helped me. And if it wasn't for her, Style by Stevie would not be where it's at right now. So trust me, this platform is growing. Like all of these interviews from 112 to Terry Dexter to Major to Shanice Wilson. Like this platform is taking off so fast. A little old girl from South Carolina, who would have thought that this show would have been, take off just this fast, just like this. So on the show, yes, absolutely. It was a great interview with Cornell. Like catching up with him, it's been such a long time. And to have the Queen of Shade here watching me, like my mentor, that's crazy. It's three ladies that are mentoring me and helping me get on the right track and the right path, telling me what I need to do and what I don't need to do. And the Queen of Shade, shout outs to her. Shout outs to Melody, Miss Melody XOXO. Shout outs to also my sis Janelle Giance, Home Cooked Convos. Like these three ladies have been very pivotal in helping me. And shout outs to my girl Talana, Exclusive Beauty. That's our sponsor, so you guys know it's promo hour. So next up, my co-host Chris is going to be joining me, and me and Chris have a new talk show coming out called The Progressive Way. And I'm super excited about that. We're going to be discussing politics, family issues, things that go on in the black community. And I'm super excited to be giving you guys this from a progressive standpoint and more importantly from a black LGBT standpoint. So you're going to get both point of views. And both of those point of views are going to be more so, you're going to get the LGBT black male, and then you're going to get the non-gender conforming black perspective. So you're going to get both on one show. And I'm super excited. Like the chemistry that me and Chris have and that have been having lately is just fraternal. I am supposed that I didn't have to do it. And also, Island Yankee for coming up with the name. Give credit where credit is due. So, ladies and gentlemen, Island Yankee, like that is my brother, and he came in one of my shows. I can't remember where I met Island Yankee from. It was from Rico. It was from Rico with a K. Shout outs to him. And next week, I think the Chasing Atlanta reunion with Auntie is supposed to be premiering. So make sure you guys tune in for that. But yes, y'all never heard me scream like that before. But yes, when I get starstruck, that's when it comes out. But I'm so honored that I got my mentor, the Queen of Shade here. Like, she's been watching. She watches everything that I do. And sometimes I don't even see it. I don't even realize it. But y'all today, y'all have shown me so much love. The tags, the reposts, the posting the stories. Like, y'all have showed me so much support. And I'm willing to give it all back to you. Thank y'all so much. I can't thank y'all enough. So just also is not just catching up, but just my gratitude to show you guys that y'all show me so much love and support. And trust me, it's not taken for granted. Whereas most talk show hosts and journalists and bloggers, they take their audience for granted. They're just like, okay, give me something. And we already know where we going in that direction and who I'm talking about. Mr. Delivered. You don't have to buy a badge. You don't have to send me money. You don't have to do all of these things. Just you guys tuning in and reposting and sharing and giving me love and support. That's all that matters to me. And I just want to say, from Island Yankee to Talana, Exclusive Beauty, to the Queen of Shade, Behorn Defoe, thank you guys all so much for the love and support that y'all give me on my platform. Even my mom is a fan of the show. Like, she'd be like, who? I have to go and let her know, like, who's watching your show today? Like, Chris had Nicole Ari Parker walk in when we were both doing the show on his live. So people are watching. Big names are watching this platform. And I go back and I look at the algorithm and I'm just like, how? How could I not see that? I have my dumb blind moments, y'all. Even though she's mixed today. My hair. Um, I have my dumb blonde moments, but yeah, how could I not see that? Be like, but yeah. So let's see. I guess we're just gonna wrap this up here. I'm gonna start another live. I'm waiting on a package to get here, but I don't know if it's even gotten here yet. But today is going to be a good show. Let me give you guys the rundown on what we're going to be discussing with Chris today. As you all know, the House and Congress has got together to discuss introducing articles of impeachment for Donald Trump, and we'll be discussing that in the next hour with Chris. The Progressive Way already has a Facebook page. I created it today. So make sure you guys go and like that. I shot out a couple invites. I'm going to go through and make a few changes. But I can't take all the credit for the name and everything. I would have to get that to Island Yankee. So I'm thinking about making him one of the co-monitors of the page as well, too. Or at least something head at the top. Because this was the name that he gave us, and everybody else was just scrambling trying to find a name, and everybody's like, the Progressive Way. That's it. The audience came up with that. So thank you guys so much. And it's up to y'all to invest in y'all property. I mean, in product, not property. This ain't real estate. But just more so, thank y'all for y'all support unconditionally. And this was a successful interview. This was an amazing interview. Thank y'all all so much for the love that y'all give me, from Mel to everybody. And the networking event is this Saturday at 6 p.m. I'm super excited about that. I've already started. Okay, the House just voted to impeach Donald Trump. Breaking news, you guys. Just got the notification. Call to demand your senator, and that will be Senator Lindsey Graham. I know I'm not about to call him, but we'll get into that in the next show. But thank y'all so much for all the love and support that y'all give me. I'm gonna get off now and let my phone charge, and this interview will be up. And again, special thanks to Exclusive Beauty, the Queen of Shade, Miss Horn Dufault. Shout outs to Island Yankee, my fraternal, my brother. Shout outs to everybody. Thank y'all all for the support that y'all give me. Like, it's unconditional. I would have even, I get selfish at times. I'm just like, why they not forget? They were just forgetting about me. But thank y'all. So I'm about to get off, and I'm about to charge up a little bit and track this package down and see where it's at, because my dog was out there barking. I don't know what's going on. So that means the truck could have dropped something off. I do not know. But y'all know, due to the COVID and this weather, everything has been so backed up. So I will see you guys next with Chris. I'm pretty sure he's probably asleep. So let me go get him up. And Monday, we got a very special guest co-host. And he is very handsome. I'm not gonna say who it is, but tune in Monday at 4 p.m. to find out. And I will post those details pretty soon. New faces, you know, I'm networking with so many new faces. So I look forward to that. But I will see you guys in the next hour with Chris, and we'll be discussing more of the progressive way, what we look to bring to the table with this new talk show. This is two talk shows, Style by Stevie and now the progressive way. So both of these babies, you know, we got to put a lot into. So I love y'all, and I will see y'all in a few minutes with Chris. All right.